Good morning and happy Monday. Jackie Broman here from from TBA Law. I'm about to go live in another channel as well. So join Jackie's on Mondays at 10. I'm running a little bit late this morning, sorry about that. But every Monday, except those public holidays, I will be in here giving you a short snippet of legal information. The videos get saved onto the page. We've got well over 100 now, so you can go to the videos tab on our Facebook page at any time and go back through, search, find information that you might want or need. Or if you have a friend or family member who needs information, this is a great place to start. Today, I want to talk about if someone has passed away, who do you have to notify as that process starts. Now, this is not when someone immediately passes away. This is you've got the funeral director involved, the hospital and police or whomever have done their part, and you're sort of moving towards having a funeral and you're starting to think about, okay, well, what are my obligations next? What do I have to do? So essentially you can sort of calm down a little bit. There's not a whole lot of urgency at this point. We do produce also a checklist about who to notify. So if you want that, contact us by all means, or you can find a download of that on our website. So you can get that list of who to notify if you need. Now, after someone passes away, it can take between 2 and 6 weeks to actually get the death certificate. The funeral director will help you do that. The funeral director also helps notify Centrelink if the person who passed away was a Centrelink beneficiary. So all of that gets done at the front end. And then it's really about, well, you've got to make sure that whoever the executor is in the will knows that the person has passed away, but usually that's a close family member anyway. So it's quite often the person who's been involved with helping with the funeral. So then the process starts, and it really is then the executor's role, whoever is appointed in the will as the executor, to start notifying people. Sometimes you have to wait for a death certificate. So again, if that's taking 2 to 6 weeks, there's no huge urgency. It is worthwhile letting the bank know that the person has passed away. The bank will pay the funeral invoice, so rather than you paying it out of your own pocket, take the invoice for the funeral into the bank. They will pay that. They will prevent any further withdrawals after that, except for some standard direct debits that are set up. You don't necessarily need to notify the council at that point. If the house is vacant after the person has passed away, you may need to inform the insurance company as well. But otherwise, everything else can sort of wait until the death certificate arrives. And then you go through and you let all the various financial institutions know. You'd want to see a solicitor by that point as well once the death certificate arrives, so you can consult about what the steps are to make sure the will is followed, whether probate is needed or not. And then also letting utility companies know at the house. Again, it depends if it's a rental or it's owned, and when notice is being given to leave there, whether you're selling or keeping the house. So there's a lot of different scenarios as to what to do with the house. If the house is owned, no urgency about doing anything with the council. The council rates will continue to come, and either money obtained into the estate will pay for things as they come in, or the executor can pay and then be reimbursed later once there's funds available. So it really is a step-by-step process. Just because bills and things keep coming in the name of the deceased, that's fine. It's gradually going through and closing things off that needs to happen, rather than it all happening sort of within a week or two after someone has passed away. So the main things are to notify Centrelink if they're a Centrelink beneficiary, and your funeral director will help with that. If they are getting a pension from their super fund, notify the super fund so that the pension doesn't keep coming, because then you may have to reimburse later depending on what sort of super it is. Then if they're receiving some kind of overseas pension, for example, a UK pension or one of the other European pensions, notifying that country as well. But again, the urgency is not immediate. If you do that after the death certificate arrives, it's fine. In fact, they will want to see a copy of the death certificate, so there's not much point in contacting them before that arrives. Just like most other asset holders as well. Same things if shares are held, same thing with other investments. And the banks won't really do much either until the death certificate has arrived, so that waiting period does sort of dictate what you do. But then of course there are other things like memberships that may gradually come in, so you'd be wanting to redirect the mail potentially if you're the executor, so the mail comes to you so you can gradually see what's coming in and close things down. If it is a person who's had an active online life, you want to make sure that you get access to their phone and their laptop, and whether you need to be recovering passwords, and logging into accounts and closing accounts down as well, and notifying online accounts that the person has passed away. Again, I probably don't need to do that until the death certificate arrives, because you're going to want to send the death certificate as well as a copy of the will so that you can actually demonstrate you have authority to do what you're wanting to do if you're closing accounts. So that's a very brief summary of the first stages of administering an estate. Basically is about notifying people and starting the process rolling of closing accounts down and collecting in assets. And as I said, we do have a checklist about who to notify after someone passes away. If you're interested in that, by all means let us know. You can ask for it in the comments. You can direct message us. If this is relevant for anyone else you know, by all means tag their name in the comments as well. Or you can share this video via Messenger with them if it's a bit more private. But we've got plenty of resources to help you out if you're in this situation where you're the executor of someone's will, or unfortunately, if they haven't got a will and you're the next of kin or close family member that needs to be doing the administration. So please reach out if that's the case. You can direct message us through this Facebook page, or there is a link from this page to our website, and all our direct email addresses are there. So that is a great place to start as well. So I hope that's helpful. While this video is live at the moment, because a couple of people are popping in late, I will save it onto the page once I've finished the live, and you can go back and watch if it's a topic that you really feel is relevant for you at the time or of interest. Otherwise, catch me every Monday. Join Jackie. If there is a particular topic you want me to cover, by all means let me know. Or if you've got an extra question after watching any of the videos I've done, please by all means reach out. Otherwise, catch you next week. Thank you.